Let's implement the booking feature completely. First, we'll add the links in the navigation. Go to navigation.blade.php and we need two links, one to book a class and another one to show booked classes or upcoming classes. So here, copy one of these links, add it here, change the route to booking.create and add the same route here as well. Sorry, let's remove the quotes. Yeah. And here, let's call it book a class. Copy this, paste it again, and say upcoming classes, booking.index, here as well. And these two routes should only be visible to a member, that is the person who can book classes. Let's say can book class. We haven't created this gate yet, so let's do that now in auth service provider. Similar to this schedule class, add another gate definition, book class, and this time only the user with the role member can book a class. This should work. Let's take a look, refresh, and yes, book a class is the route, and that's what is highlighted, and upcoming classes will be here. Now we need to implement this booking feature. Open the book view. Let me close these two. Open book.blade.php and scroll down. This is the form, and when we click on submit button, it hits the store route. Normally, we don't pass any arguments to the store route. All the data is available in the request. So using the same convention, let's use a hidden input field to pass the schedule class ID. Input hidden, name is schedule class ID, and the value will be class ID. And this route is not schedule.store, it's booking.store instead. Now in the booking controller, let's create the store method and save the data. Public function store request. And in here, we need to save the data. This is where it gets interesting. We have the auth user trying to make a booking. So we can access the bookings relationship here. And instead of saying something like create and passing the data, since this is a many-to-many relationship, we can use this method called attach and simply pass in the scheduled class ID. That is in our request. So request schedule class ID. That's all we need to do. And then maybe redirect this to a named route, which is booking.index. So the user can view the upcoming bookings. We can remove this. And let's see what we have. Refresh. Let's try and book this class. We have this error, but let's not worry about this because we don't yet have this index method. Let's see if our data got inserted. This is our bookings table. Refresh. And yes, we do have our user ID 1 who has booked the schedule class 1. Let's implement that index method now in booking controller, public function index. And in here, let me get all the bookings simply using the relation. So auth user bookings. But we only need the upcoming ones, so we can limit that here, saying where date time is greater than now and get. Okay, let's return view member dot upcoming. Again, we have to create this view yet. We'll do that with bookings $bookings. All right, let's create that view down here. Resources, views, add member, member, new file. Upcoming dot blade.php. We can copy the same book view and paste it here. Change the title to upcoming classes. And here we don't need the description and minutes because the user has already booked the class. Everything else can remain the same except for this button, which is no longer book. This has to be cancel. And again, instead of primary button, let's use danger. Also use the delete method, right? This route will change to booking.destroy. Also remove this input field because normally for a delete route, we pass the ID as a parameter. So we can pass the class ID here. And let's also change the route to reflect that, bookings/ID. All right, and lastly, you can change this empty view. Let me remove this empty view and say something like you haven't booked any classes or you have no upcoming bookings. All right, let's see what this gives us. Refresh the page. Undefined variable scheduled classes, obviously because we have called it bookings. Everything else can remain the same. Yeah, now we are able to see the booked classes. Let's try and cancel this. And this destroy method doesn't exist. We'll create that. But before we hit the destroy route, let's add a confirmation here. So let's say on click, return, confirm. Are you sure you want to cancel this class? Okay, let's go back and then refresh, try to cancel. Are you sure you want to cancel this class? Say okay. Now let's add the destroy method in the controller. Public function destroy, accept the class ID, let's say int ID. And in here, we just have to reverse what we did in attach. So we can do that using detach. So say auth user bookings detach, and you can pass this ID right here. So that row will be destroyed. And then again, you can return to the same upcoming view. Okay, let's see if this is working. Refresh the page, continue, and it's gone. You have no upcoming bookings. Isn't this really neat? Now you know how to work with many-to-many relationships using the attach and detach features easily.